and truly I wasn't a very confident young person, and it happened that I did a small play towards the end of my high school. So I have to say that I think drama at school is such an important thing for young people, and I was quite lost about where I was going to go and who, and then I was part of the story. I loved being part of it, and so from there that just gave me just enough confidence to audition anyway. And then I managed to get to UCT Drama School, and really there, I was. I think Clement, I think I've always loved story, and I think I appreciate the ways in which story move people. I think we learn about ourselves and each other in story, and story has the capacity to. You don't only meet story with your mind, you meet it with your heart.
Hanging Out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
So, in our Hanging Out feature this morning, I told you of how excited I am to be hosting actress, lecturer, performance coach Camilla Waldman. When she walked in, I just saw Anne De Villiers. You probably remember her as Anne De Villiers on Generations. She's played many other roles on Isidingo, Wild at Heart, Scheme Sam. I mean, her career spans over 30 years, both on television and in theatre. And I'm so excited that she is hanging out with us this morning, and we're going to get to know her much better. Camilla, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation.
You
really appreciate it.
You are really an incredible actress. You are really a living legend, and I'm just so honored that we have an opportunity to reflect on your work, what you've done, what you're doing now, and take some lessons too. What are you busy with now?
Clement, I am a teacher, so as long as I've been an actor, I have been a teacher. So that's run very organically throughout my career as an actor. So I have the great joy of working alongside both emerging and growing actors, and more recently, over the last 10 years, with professional actors. So currently, I'm very much in my teaching. Last year was a very busy year in my actor work, and this year has been a very busy year in my teaching. So it kind of, it goes like that.
The latest project you did, was it Netflix, Miss Education? Is that the latest one?
Yes.
How was shooting that?
It was fantastic. It was challenging, I have to say.
What was challenging about
Challenging, the character was challenging for me. It was produced by Netflix and Burnt Onion, so the Burnt Onion chefs are fantastic, the Ramapakelas, and they were very clear about the vision that they had in terms of the style of Miss Education. And the character of Ashley is this very woke mother who has these crazy lines. I mean, they're very funny. A lot of what she says could be misinterpreted, and it's funny. But so just finding the balance between, for her, it's very real, very true. A lot of what she says, even though, the audience might enjoy and laugh. So that was challenging, just finding that balance and finding the style that was the vision for Miss Education.
Is that the most exciting thing for actors, when there's a role that, because I imagine you don't want to play the same role as an actor, right? Like if someone casts you to be that evil woman like Anne De Villiers was, does that get boring? And do you get challenged by when there's a completely new character and you're like, how am I going to do this?
Clement, I have to say, each character is their own person. So each character is an individual, and it is the actor's responsibility to meet the character as their own specific human being. So there isn't really, as much as you might play similar kinds of characters, of course, each one of them has their own chemistries. So I think what's challenging often is the kind of the new narrative or the kinds of stories. So, Miss Education is what's known as a dramedy, which is, a lot of our stories at the moment are kind of drama comedies. So it's a light touch, but very truthful. So dealing with challenging and issues and themes that are very current, but in a light way. So that was challenging, just finding the style. And of course, Anne De Villiers, what was challenging was the generations, the daily drama. It's a very pressurized environment. I know you were meant to.
If I came across Anne in the mall, I don't know what I would have done.
I know, and that's credit to generations, truly.
I mean, also that's credit to you. The fact that you were able to embody that character and make it so believable. Like for us to get to a point where we're like, she is so evil. She doesn't deserve to live. I mean, that takes incredible talent. We'll talk more about that character and some more other characters that you've done. I want us to go to one of your songs. I love your playlist.
Oh, thank you.
I don't even know where to start. I saw Black Coffee. I saw Coldplay, Brenda Fassie, Zolani Mahola. I mean,
what a treasure
right?
Zolani is. Yeah.
Abel, shall we start with Ma Brrr?
Ma Brrr. Woo!
You look like you're an incredible dancer.
I love dancing.
Do you?
I love dancing.
We're gonna do a dance together. There's a challenge. What is that dance challenge called? You don't know it? What is it called, that dance challenge? Okay, there's a dance challenge. You and I are gonna do it.
I'd love it.
Yes,
I'd love to.
Yes.
I love to.
We're gonna do it, yeah.
As you get older, you only get a chance to dance.
Right?
Like in your kitchen.
Yeah, guys, as we were playing with Indlela, we were getting down here in studio.
Clement, you've got a legend there, man. You've got a legend. She claps all her characters, 100 out of 100. Like now I'm listening, just listen to her voice, man. I'm sitting here driving, about to be hypnotized. Damn.
Good morning, Protlem. You have a legend today. They were from Proteatland. I remember a phrase actually she said on Isitimu. Was it Isitimu? I think it was Isitimu. You're even boring to look at. If you get her to say that one, you. It made me laugh, and I was too young that time,
Clement, good morning. Good morning to the team as well. Rami from Deep Kloof in Soweto. Clement, you are sitting with leadership there. I used to be glued to the TV just to see her character on Generations. She's kind of the one who made me love villains, hey? Yeah. Big ups to her. She's one of the best we've ever had. Thank you so much for the lovely show as always. Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
That's beautiful to hear.
Thank you.
When did your love for acting start?
You know, Clement, I think really when I went, I was blessed to go to UCT drama school, and truly I wasn't a very confident young person, and it happened that I did a small play towards the end of my high school. So I have to say that I think drama at school is such an important thing for young people, and I was quite lost about where I was going to go and who, and then I was part of the story. I loved being part of it, and so from there that just gave me just enough confidence to audition anyway. And then I managed to get to UCT drama school, and really there I think Clement, I think I've always loved story, and I think I appreciate the ways in which story move people. I think we learn about ourselves and each other in story, and story has the capacity to, you don't only meet story with your mind, you meet it with your heart.
What was it a hard sell though to your parents, like telling them, I want to be an actor?
No, I think I come from quite a like a broken sort of family, if I can put it that way. Just a lot of people sort of spread out. So I think my mum was quite thankful that I'd sort of found something. But having said that, she did, and I'm very thankful for this. She did say to me, listen, you need to do a degree with your acting. And UCT Drama School is actually the only drama school that I know of in South Africa that the performance part of the is the performance diploma, and so it's the practical part and the learning of acting. And then so I did a BA drama at a degree alongside the practical.
Yeah.
which was very good because I didn't actually realize then how important that was going to be in terms of my teaching later. So I'm very thankful to her for that. And so that's really where it began.
Yeah. The thing about acting is that it's not so, in fact, just entertainment, I suppose you can broaden it that much. It's not so consistent. So work is not consistent. So sometimes you can spend some time without a job.
Indeed.
How do you deal with that, especially when you have a family? Because you've got 2 wonderful kids. Like,
Yes.
do you speak to them about it, or do you just always protect them from the quote unquote hardships or the inconsistencies of the industry?
You know, Clement, I because I had chosen to be a mother, and that has been probably the greatest gift of my life, have been my 2 children. So I think being an artist and a mother, I did need to find a way to make that possible. So there have been times, Clement, where I have quite actively left industry to be part of other kinds of work. And because I had responsibilities, and I was very clear about that felt like I needed to do that because at the time there wasn't enough work to be able to sustain education for my children. And yes, did I communicate that? Yes. I mean, I think a daily conversation with the actors I work with, Clement, is the ways in which actors and artists are supporting themselves. Mm-hmm. And I call them self-directed individuals. And to be true, they're very skilled individuals. So often my encouragement to the actor is use your resources well. You know, so whilst when you're not in work, there are a lot of other ways in which you can use your skill set and your talents. And so often actors and artists they're very resourceful in the ways in which they support themselves to be able to be available to the stories when they call and to auditions, which they must do, and at the same time also be able to provide for themselves and their loved ones.
Yeah.
So it's challenging. It is challenging.
So let's go back to when you started on Generations. If I remember correctly, you were meant to be there for a short period of time, 3 months or so.
Yes.
But you ended up going on and on and on. What happened?
What a grace. Truly, Clement, the first sort of 10 years of my work as an actor was very much in the theatre. And in those days when I studied, I didn't study film or television because UCT was very theatre focused and that was my learning. And so I'd only done one small thing on television on something called The Res just before Generations and auditioned. And yes, Anne was intended to come in as an agitator, just to agitate Tao and Karabo's beautiful relationship and just come in there and cause some, havoc and then leave. And I was so blessed to have got the audition. Honestly, I was like, wow. And I will say, Clement, that I was very blessed to be part of an incredible company of actors who was Generations at that time. So people like Connie Ferguson, Menzi Ngubane, Sputla, Sebogedi, Sophie and Daba. There were many. They were very skilled. They had been working in this form for a long time. And so I learned a lot. I mean, the first year was very nerve-wracking, but yes, I learned a lot from them. They were amazing and they were very grooved and very skilled at what they did.
How do you prepare for a character like that? And not only on set, but off set? Because, as I said to you, had I met Anne De Villiers during those times, I would have probably given her a piece of my mind.
Indeed. Indeed.
Like, you evil woman. Have you gotten that?
Yes. I
like
have.
on the streets where people are
I have. People are like, I don't like you. I really don't like you.
Do you then
I'm
explain and
going
say
to
it's
cross
not me?
over to the other side of the road now and just leave you there. And, and of course that is challenging. Yeah. Certainly coming from being as a theatre actor, I had not experienced that, this very alive audience that was the audience for Generations who wanted to talk. Yeah. But most of the time, people wanted to know. They were like, well, why are you doing what you're doing? Or what's going on? So you end up having these amazing conversations with people, with your audience. Yeah. Which for me really raised me up and kept making me, just want to go out there and do it good because you can see that the stories are landing. Yeah. People are reflecting and questioning and wanting to know. And that's when story, I think, is very powerful.
Yeah. You had this walk. You will remember that walk. You had this walk as Anne. Like, is that how you walk in real life? Or
No.
was that like acting?
Yes.
But you were so consistent with it. Like for all those years, like Anne, when she walks into a room, like she walks like that. Like, is that like apart from just practicing your lines, like do you also practice your mannerisms?
You know, Clement, what's amazing about actor craft is that detailed visualization, so detailed thinking creates behavior. So I'm not going to go into all of the detail of that now, but of course, if you think in detail, we're connected. We're body, mind, heart, soul. So your body will respond to your thinking. In fact, Clement, I've seen a very beautiful woman think herself ugly, if I can put it that way, meaning detailed thinking will create behavior. So your body will actually respond. So I think what was amazing for me with Anne was that her styling, so the wardrobe and makeup, was stunning.
Like
and
that
was
those suits.
But that was all the team of Generations at the time. You know, I had no. I mean, obviously we would collaborate, but they. So there was a very clear stepping into the character. She was heavily made up. She often used a wig and or like the hair and the suit and her shoes. So that was all like she had like I knew I was stepping in and I was stepping into her world, into her. So then with that,
I'm gonna be honest. When you were walking in, I thought she's gonna walk in with that walk. You walked in so poised. You were like, hello. Okay, let's go to the calls. Okay, Mom Lillian Dube, good morning.
Clement, you are my darling.
Hello.
I haven't seen Camilla in forever. Camilla, remember when you came to visit me at Mill Park?
I do.
With my breast cancer, and you brought me cigarettes.
What are you doing with cigarettes? Of course she's asked.
Because you're the naughtiest.
I smoked. It was the best. I still remember that day as if it was yesterday. Clement, I want you to know this lady. This lady is the most kind-hearted, giving, generous person. She gave a friend of mine, I don't know of anybody who does that, a car. Clement, a car.
Wow.
Yes.
Madube, thank you so much for your love.
The best part is the late Jamie. Baby Gennaro. You know what he said to me? Because me and him were very close.
I know.
Yeah, he wanted me to go with him to Lesotho because he was born in Lesotho. You know what he said to me? He said, Camilla is the best thing that ever happened. He still loves you, even up to death. He had so much respect for you.
And I for
So
him.
when Clement was talking about this boy that he's obsessed with,
Will Smith, yeah.
and I was thinking of Camilla because David Jamie respected both Camilla and her present husband. So, but the nice thing is, sweetheart, I would never stay in any marriage for the sake of anything. I need children. I come first. My life has to go on. I can still love you, but hey, I've got to live. Camilla, I love Clement. Let me talk to you.
Thank you so much to call in. What
Thank
an
you,
honor.
Ma'am Lillian.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Yeah, she's very naughty, this one. I do expect her to ask you, bring me cigarettes while she's lying at Mill Park Hospital. I one time we had, who did we have, Abel? And she'd shared a story of how, who was in hospital? Was it Mrs. Mom in hospital? And she took alcohol in. Because Mam Twala needed something or vice versa. But yeah, thanks Mam Lillian Dube, who's a fellow actress. What a beautiful soul.
She's a beautiful
Every
woman.
time I talk to her on air, I'm crossing fingers because you never know what she's going to say. No, really.
I got you.
Because she shoots from the hip and she can
What
just
a
say
beautiful
anything.
thing.
Yeah, but what a beautiful woman.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock, we are hosting on our Hanging Out feature this morning Camilla Waldman, who is an actress, who is a performance coach, who's a lecturer. She's done incredible work over the years. I mean, 20 years? Over 20 years now, yeah? Wow, that's incredible. I want us to go to your next song, and then we'll go to some calls. So keep your calls coming on 011-883-0702. I'll get to them in a moment. Who should we play next? Should we dance a little bit with black coffee?
Yeah, I love.
You love black coffee.
Love black coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Song.
Beautiful song.
What the listeners don't know is that you and I were getting down. Like, that's why we're out of breath, because we were dancing. Dancing and dancing.
Thank you for
and
the
dancing.
dance.
How was that?
Thank you.
You're good,
So were you.
right? I'll post a video.
We're good together.
Yeah. I'll post a video of us dancing
Cheers, thank you.
in a moment.
Camilla Waldman, Anne De Villiers. Oh my gosh, if anybody is able to depict like poise and femininity and elegance, oof, this lady, I used to love watching her. And that smile, that seductive smile, that confidence. I best believe femininity. I learned it from just watching you, love. I love it. And you're one of the greatest actresses I've ever enjoyed watching.
Wow.
Oh,
Thank
that's so
you
beautiful.
So much.
Hi,
Thank you
Clement.
so
I remember
much.
Camilla back in 2013. She was my live performance lecturer. Such a sweet, technical, emotive woman she is. She's also a smiler. Oh, absolutely. Since she walked in here, she's always wearing this smile. So this person says she's also a smiler, and I remember she was kicking a boy out of class with a smile on her face. How
Not
was he
always.
supposed to take her seriously? We had to support her in kicking the boy out because she's so sweet. What an amazing woman. That's a message from someone by the name of Umzo. They're on the WhatsApp line. So keep the messages coming through. We'll get to more of them in a moment. That song I played by Black Coffee, I mean, do you... are these the kind of songs you listen to?
Yes.
Also, you're a mom of a teenager.
Yes.
I'm sure they introduce you to some wonderful music.
They do indeed. That's why we've got the Selena Gomez and Rima lo, because I'm introduced to some beautiful tunes by both of my children actually. Because Hector he's a young man, he's 26, and Scarlett is 15, and so I was saying I love Black Coffee's Drive because I drive a fair amount. For I think most parents of teenagers relate, and I love that tune. So it makes me I happily drive to drive.
Mom Lillian spoke about your ex-husband, who was also a fellow actor. Condolences. We lost him. Is it last year?
Last year, in 2022.
And I know you've shared about this, even publicly, about the kind of relationship you guys have shared. What was he to you?
He was a friend, Clement. We got married quite young, so both of us, I don't think, really knew ourselves, and kind of were colliding into one another in some crazy times. So we then had Hector and our son, and then we were divorced, but we remained friends. We remained friends throughout our all of Hector's life, and we worked together quite a few times professionally, and we always met one another as actors, in a very creative and supportive way. He was a stern critic of my work, but always with great generosity. So I'd always be nervous if I knew Jamie was in the audience. I was like, ooh, okay, because I think he knew me very well. He knew my work I met him when I was 22. So really as a very junior actor and really beginning. So we were friends. I mean, he was an incredible and complex human being. So yes, did we have our moments? We did, many. But we stayed friends. And he's missed. May he rest in peace now.
Yeah. Oh man, Jamie Bartlett, what
Jamie
an incredible actor.
What an actor. What an actor.
Goodness.
Yeah, no, power. Such a powerful actor.
Speaking of actors, we've got one of your friends, an actress is on the line, Linda Sokhulu. Good morning.
Hi. Hello, Miss Sokhulu. Wow.
How are you, Linda?
Hello, how are you?
Good. Yeah.
I think I quickly say hello to my dear friend Cam.
Oh, Linda.
Hello, my darling.
Hello, my
How are
beautiful.
you?
This is a very dear friend, actor,
Oh.
fellow teacher. Linda and I teach together and have taught together at the Market Laboratory. So what a special human. And yeah, you and I met during Anne De Villiers and Cleo.
During those days.
During those days.
She was playing Cleo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how has it been working with her, Linda, but also knowing her off camera, but also working with her on camera?
Oh my gosh, I have to say what a joy and what a ray of light. Camilla, for me, was a very soft landing into television. I was completely and utterly wet behind the ears when I started at Generations, and we were sharing a change room, a dressing room.
Yeah.
And we hit it off from day one. And she was just a beautiful mentor and still maintains that mentorship to me because I have such respect for how she honors the craft, how disciplined she is when she is doing her craft, and just anything and everything that she has to say about the craft is something that my ears are just receptive to, and I will just lap it up. She's a remarkable artist, and then on top of it, just a remarkable woman.
Oh, that's
Linda,
wonderful.
thank you. I love working with you. I love walking alongside you in many different ways. You are such a special human, and I've known you a long time, and I'm very thankful for that.
Thank you, Linda. Linda Sokhulu is a friend.
Wow.
And
an amazing actor.
And an incredible actor. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember is it Sokhulu and Partners?
Yeah.
She's always been great. Is it Menkayem in Joburg?
Yes.
Hey Tada, how are you, man?
Hello, how do you do?
Good. Go ahead.
I'm great. You're speaking to Mr. Man. And I just wanted to take this opportunity. When I heard that Camilla's on the radio, I was like, I'm going to call in.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Camilla, hello. How do you do? I hope you're well. This is Mr. Man. I think you know who I am. Surprise. My name is Catchy on radio.
Thank you.
Camilla is such an amazing woman. I think I met her through a friend who said me Camilla. She's been a teacher, a mentor of mine. And you know, the arts is a very complex world, but I'm not in the arts. I'm more in a different business or line of business. And she was assisting me with my speech and how to give a speech and so forth. She's been such a stunning, amazing, well-grounded human being that I've ever met in my life. And I'm so forever grateful for her things. And I'm still applying those to this day. And, she's got the vibe. So the younger term.
Nice.
You.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Then, is it Una Roland in Sunning Hill? Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. Yes, it is.
Hi, go ahead.
Hello, Camilla. Bonjour, Camille.
Bonjour.
C'est ta prof de français de Rodin.
Bonjour. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's so lovely to hear you on the radio.
Wow. Thank you.
And I'm delighted that you've combined two of the best professions, acting and teaching nowadays. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Were you her French teacher, Una, at Rodin School?
Yes, I was, yes. And she was one of my best pupils. She was very, very good at French. So, Clement, I'm going to get Camilla to teach you how to say bonjour.
Is it bonjour or bonjour?
Bonjour.
Okay, bonjour.
There you go.
Bonjour, madame.
Bonjour, madame.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Ça va?
That's it.
Très bien, merci.
Ça va très bien, merci.
Well done, you.
Yeah, bonjourne. What is that?
Bonjourne. And well done, Camilla, and I wish you every success in your ongoing career.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so
merci,
much.
madame.
Wow, that's just amazing.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Oh, you did French, yeah.
I
That's
did.
incredible. When was this? When she was your teacher?
That's a long time ago.
It's crazy
I
what radio can
matriculated.
do, hey?
Isn't it crazy? I matriculated in '86.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
That's
and
amazing.
yeah, I was very graced to be at Rodin. It was an amazing school, and I did an exchange trip to the little island to Réunion, and that's actually where I learned. It was an exchange program, and so I was part of that. So I went to go stay with a French family.
Yeah.
So that's actually what really helped my French and great teachers. So halala to
amazing.
great teachers.
Is your French still like very strong now?
No, Clement, not so much.
been-
Although I'm rusty, so I wouldn't venture.
You still parler.
But I like to parler, yeah. And I
Un petit de
un
français?
petit parler.
Okay.
Oui, but you know, the amazing thing I think about languages is that you know, they're live, you know, so one can get rusty with them. But certainly if I was around or in an environment where I could hear it and speak more, that would be amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, 10 minutes before 11. 8 minutes before 11.
Hey, Clems. You know, when people on the streets think you're still the character that you play on TV, then you must know that you're a brilliant actor. Like you sold the character. You sold the character and everybody bought it. Like some people who come to you in the streets if you're an actor and they accuse you of being evil or whatever. Like to them, they don't see a difference. Like you are that good that they think you are that person. Nah, she was a brilliant actor. Brilliant actor.
Hello, Clement. Just hearing her voice has me thinking and remembering way back those adverts for Cell C for yourself.
And she didn't do that.
No.
But it sounded like...
I know. You know what? Actually, the Celsi commercials were made by an incredible colleague of mine called Sylvain Strike, who's an amazing actor and director. Actually, she's currently directing a beautiful play called The Promise, based on Damon Galgut's.
I'm coming to watch it because I've read the book and I've interviewed Damon about it. I cannot wait to see it on...
And Sylvain is... She was at drama school at the same time. I loved her work as an actor and then as a director. And Sylvain actually did the Celsi commercials. So thank you so much for thinking it's me. But she did it and she got it so good. I could never actually do what she did on the Celsi thing.
I don't remember the last time I was this excited about a theatre production.
Clement, me too.
Damon is an incredible author, and the story that he tells in The Promise is incredible, and I cannot wait to see it being adapted.
And Clement, he and Jamie were very, very good friends, and they were at drama school in Cape Town. So Jamie was a bit older than I was, so they were kind of. So when I was in my first year, Damon was in his third year, and he was an extraordinary human then. So
Can't wait to watch it.
What
People
an
in Cape Town who've
amazing
seen it
piece
are
of
like,
work.
it's amazing.
And Sylvain Strike directed it, or has collaborated with Damon in the creation of the theatre piece. So we really must all go.
That's
So
amazing.
This is a South African classic.
I want to play the last song before we wrap up, and then I'll wrap up with a call and a voice note. But I'm confused. I don't know. Should we play Calm Down or Zolani?
Zolani, because
All
she's a treasure.
She is.
She's a South African, and we've been talking about South African treasures with
Yeah.
Damon Galgut's book.
Well,
and
yes, she is.
Yes, she is. Yo.
I can say I truly see.
Hi, Clement. Norman from Lombard East. You've got a legend there, man. And I'm actually just giggling in the car when you asked her about that walk. I mean, for her to walk like that, and it was all part of the act. I mean, such a brilliant actor, man. Shout out to you, Camilla, man. Love your work. Love your work, girl.
Thank you so much.
You've got to do that walk for me before you leave. No,
I need the shoes. I need the shoes.
Come on, somebody get her some heels. In a suit. Camilla, thank you so much for making time. This was so wonderful. I've enjoyed it so much. And I know the listeners have.
I appreciate.
You are an incredible talent. We appreciate you, and you've got such wonderful energy.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you for 5 hours. Scrap the news, scrap everything else, and just continue the conversation.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your welcome, and it's beautiful to have a conversation with you. You have a gift.
Thank you.
I think people open up and want to speak to you.
Thank you, and good luck with what you're planning to do. I must come to your classes because I'm an actor now.
Yeah. Thank you. Absolutely.
Camilla, thank you. It's
thank
2
you so
minutes
much.
before 11.
Thank you to the team. Appreciate it.
You actually, Camilla was like, "You guys are so calm here, the whole team."
So cool. You're very cool.
And there's a lot happening.
Indeed.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.